Broadcasting from Slough. Streaming around the world.
This is Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Atom Radio. Oh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
The podcast.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Hello, episode 144 of the Best Bits of Atom Radio Breakfast. Hello, welcome. This is Mark Denholm. You can find me Monday to Friday on atomradio.co.uk, TuneIn Radio Box, Streamer, Smart Speaker and iTunes Radio with The Breakfast Show. And now the best bits from this week, if there are such things. These are what I would call the best bits anyway, which this week include winning without actually winning, possible Olympic events, naughty cyclists, male problems as well. If you are a man, you should definitely watch out for this and listen. We get saucy, reasons why you should never cheat, and payphones. Remember them? Those red payphones as well. Used to be 10p, didn't it, for a call? I don't know how much it is now, if you ever actually do use one, but it did used to be 10p for a call. Anyway, that's what fills the best bits of breakfast this week. That and more. All you have to do is listen for the next however many minutes. Enjoy.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Sports news across the weekend. A Dutch cyclist mistakenly celebrates victory despite being 75 seconds behind the actual winner, and Olympic athletes have been told to not hug each other on the podium. Wow.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
That brings me back to something which has been mentioned before, and it is that gaming, i.e. PlayStations and Xboxes, could be incorporated as future Olympic events. Now, I thought the Olympics was the pinnacle of sport, which gaming is not. Gaming is absolutely not a sport. It's a hobby. It's a pastime. It's not a sport. But then what are you going to do? You're going to play, like, I don't know, Olympic sprinting or something on your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever. But, I mean, that is one of the things that is possibly being talked about as a possible future event, despite the fact it's usually played by couch potatoes. I'll just leave that there, shall I, for a moment? Anyway, that brings me to today's question on air at atomradio.co.uk. What non-Olympic event would you propose to be considered for future Olympics, right? What non-Olympic event would you consider, would you put forward rather, to be considered for former Olympics? I don't even know if we can use the word Olympics because they are quite tight on that, if I'm honest. But what five-ringed event would you like to see? Put it that way. On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
7:15 morning. Welcome to Monday. Mark Denholm, loud, proud and standing out from the crowd on Atom Radio. Footage has emerged from central London of cyclists pulling wheelies, not riding single file and riding through red lights. I'd like to know who CGI'd all this, because it can't be true, can it? Cyclists never, ever, ever break the law. Ask any one of them.
Mark Denholm.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
And this annoyed me beyond all measure. Virtually every advert break on Sky Sports was for Newman hair loss. Take care of your hair. And it's as if they're kind of forcing men to be conscious of their male pattern baldness. Now me, I went bald very early on. What did I do? I bought a pair of clippers and I just did it at grade 0 all over. Job done, sorted. And now you've got these companies advertising, no, don't go bald, spend an absolute fortune putting hair back in. I just don't get it. Why can't men be men?
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
It's National Sleepyhead Day today. Now, that was one of the suggestions yesterday. Cast your mind back to yesterday. I asked you what would you submit as consideration for a future Olympic event, and one of the suggestions that came in was napping, and I did say I'd be good at that. So today is National Sleepyhead Day. I think I'll be fine at that as well.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
This morning, I want to talk to you about what has been revealed that men should not do, right? and this is important here, listen carefully, men, listen very carefully. If you are a man, this may apply to you. It has been suggested that no man should ever be brave enough to take a leak while wearing light grey jogging bottoms. Sometimes it could be a problem, could it not? So yeah, if you are wearing light grey jogging bottoms out and about on your business today, suggested that you do not attempt to take a leak. Probably therefore I would suggest you find an actual toilet, sit down and pull them down. Probably safer that way.
Mark Denholm.
atomradio.co.uk.
Also in the news as well, this Marble Arch Mound, the pictures of the design have been put up by the pictures of the actual reality, and I have to say the actual reality is rubbish. £2 million this cost. Tickets are on sale for £8 to go and see it. £2 million, and I'm not joking, it looks horrendous. It looks nothing like the plans and the pictures. I don't know why anyone signed off on it.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Locals in Cornwall have become very annoyed at a travel firm who said that all parking is free of charge in a Cornish village. Now everyone going to Cornwall is parking in this Cornish village. It's overrun with cars and the locals have nowhere to park. Do you know what? Like, my road is only quiet. And there's only a few houses in my little bit. But what I notice is that when people go and visit someone, they park across the end of the drive. Not the house they're going to visit, though, where the people would logically be staying in to receive the visitors, but somebody else's house where they may want to go out.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio.
Morning, Tash. My friend Tash and I were having a conversation last week on WhatsApp. And, well, just randomly, she changed the subject to something. And I'm going to run it past you today in a slightly expanded fashion. We were just having a general conversation back end of last week on WhatsApp. And then she said to me, brown or red sauce with your breakfast. And me, I would always go for brown sauce with breakfast because it's more than likely going to be a bit of bacon, a sausage and that. Stuff like that would obviously, I think, go with brown sauce, right? Same as if it was a bacon roll, it would be brown sauce for me. Like bacon, sausage goes with brown sauce. So too does steak go with brown sauce. But you probably wouldn't have a steak for breakfast. Tash agrees with me and says brown sauce for breakfast. Absolutely no way ketchup for or with your breakfast. Not for, but with your breakfast. So me and Tash are in agreement on this. What I therefore want to put out today is ketchup is the most popular sauce in the UK. Goes with many things. Chicken nuggets, beef burgers, chips, you name it. Ketchup goes with it. What random thing have you had ketchup with? That's my question today.
Mark Denholm on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
Morning, Rob. Rob's with me on this. I don't know if you heard me say or not earlier, Rob, but Rob does say, I do love a good ketchup sandwich. Lashings of ketchup with something, either chicken or turkey or ham, in the sandwich and lashings of ketchup. I love that. Rob, I think you and me will be able to share packed lunches. Obviously, if it was allowed with COVID and that, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'd go for that. Chicken, ham, turkey, sandwich, ketchup. Very nice. Rob, the only question I have is, are you a brown bread man or a white bread man? If you're a brown bread man, we could be long lost twins.
Mark Denholm.
atomradio.co.uk.
And there's something I want to run by you today, and I have to say, something similar has happened to me before. I just didn't make a TikTok video about it and go viral, but Megan Marie is a TikTok user. She lives in Charleston. A video she made has gone viral this week because it's a video explaining how she caught out her boyfriend cheating on him. Now, Megan had met this man on a dating app. He messaged her to say he was watching the Olympics with the boys and that he would see her tomorrow. But there's a picture involved here, and this picture, at first look, shows him watching the Olympics. However, there's also a mirrored television cabinet, and that captured a woman's leg, a glass of wine, and a Chanel book. two pairs of legs can be seen. A smoothly shaved set of legs belonging to a female. Remember, he said he was watching the Olympics with the boys. This led her to believe that the man was actually in a woman's home. On closer examination, she then found the book and all this, that, and the other. Now, I have to say, something similar happened to me, and it was nothing so sinister. It was a Snapchat in my case, a Snapchat of someone, and there was something that stood out about this to me, and I couldn't place it. Could not place it at all. And there was a guy in the background, and I knew there was something going on, and it took me ages to place this. The thing that was wrong was that the guy in the background wasn't really in the background. He was holding her hand, you see. Now, I didn't make a TikTok video and go viral about it, but my question is today, would you spot, and what would you do if you did spot that someone was having you on, either cheating on you, lying to you, or whatever? On air at atomradio.co.uk. You find out someone's cheating on you, has lied to you. What would your reaction be? Would you tell them? Or would you keep quiet? What would you do? On air at atomradio.co.uk.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
Earlier on today, mentioned as well a study by scientists who are from the south, claim that northern accents will disappear within 45 years. So by 2066, those who are up north will sound just proper like those who are down south as well. I'm just wondering, though, obviously, if you are from up north, then you would obviously have a bath, right? And that's true, isn't it? You'd have a bath after you had maybe cut your grass, right? Because that's just how you say things up north, right? But what about if you are, say, going to Bath Spa and you are from up north? How do you deal with that? Is it Bath Spa or is it Bath Spa? Or do you actually manage it properly as in Bath Spa?
Mark Denham.
atomradio.co.uk.
Morning then, welcome to Friday. It is Mark Denham, loud, proud, standing out from the crowd on atomradio.co.uk. Tune in, Radio Box Streamer, smart speaker, and iTunes Radio. And into the weekend preparation we swing, being Friday. Later on tonight, 7 o'clock, the Friday night party officially starts your weekend. I hope you are fine, fit and well as we start off Friday with the UK under the grips of the first named storm of the summer. Now, I thought that these were like girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy. I don't know who picks them or this, that and the other. But we are currently under the grips of Storm Evert. I don't know if it's Ever, as in Everton, or Eva, or what. E-V-E-R-T is the name of the storm. And I'm left thinking, is it a girl's name? Is it a boy's name? Which one? I don't know. And also, I'm wondering, who on earth picks these names? I mean, like, it's hardly Eric, is it? Or Erica? Which could be male then or female, I don't know. I've never heard the name Eva before. It's one that has escaped me. But anyway, amber and yellow alerts for wind are in place through until later on today. Possible disruption, possible power cuts, possible damage to buildings. So it's not really a joking matter. Take care if you are going out and about today in Storm Evert, male, female, who or what.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio. Atom Radio.
This morning, though, we're talking about phone boxes, all because went out to London yesterday, specifically to Covent Garden, to the London Transport Museum with my son for his birthday. And while we were waiting for our time to go in, there were a couple of phone boxes. And I thought, you know what? Got to have a picture with these couple of phone boxes. I don't remember the last time, if I'm honest, I used one. I mean, I got a mobile phone in 1995, and I'd like it noted for the record as well that I have had the same number since 1995 as well. Never changed my number. So yeah, if you had my number in 1995, you've still got it now. I am asking you though, when was the last time you used a mobile phone? Do you remember who the call was? Sorry, not a mobile phone, a public payphone. Do you remember who the call was to? And also, would you use one today if you ran out of charge on your mobile, or would you just wait? On air at atomradio.co.uk. Morning, Nige. Thank you for your email. First in this morning, Mark, back in the 80s, I was a poor student in the late 80s, so it would probably have been my mum and dad, and to be honest, it would probably have been a reverse charges call as well. And do you know what, Nige? I'd totally forgotten about that reverse charges call when you used to call the operator, didn't you? I mean, there's another thing. When did you last ever call the operator? 100, wasn't it, for the operator? When did you last ever call the operator? But you'd call the operator, wouldn't you? Hello, I'd like to make a reverse charges call, please, to whatever the number was. And then, they'd say, what's your name? And you'd hear them, wouldn't you, ring up in the background. Hello, I've got a call from Mark for you. Reverse charges. Are you happy to accept the charges? And then the person you rung pay for the pleasure of you ringing them. I'd totally and utterly forgotten about that. Thank you, Nige, for reminding me about reverse charges calls and also phoning the operator.
atomradio.co.uk.
That brought back memories. Payphones. Children of today will never know waiting for a payphone and making sure you had your 10p or 20p or however much it was back then. I've no idea now at all how much it costs to make a phone call on a public payphone, but children of today just won't know that. You see all the kids 12, 13 years old, latest iPhones, latest Android, and you think, you know what, when I was your age, I had a pocket full of change just in case I needed to make a call on the payphone. And indeed, as Nige pointed out, if I didn't have my pocket full of change, I'd call the operator and make a reverse charges call. Hi, Mum, it's me. And my mum would have to pay for the call. Anyway, those were the days, weren't they? Kids of today just don't know how easy they've got it. If you are a child today, just ask your parents what it was like back in their day. Ask them. That's the best bits of The Breakfast Show, episode 144, all done. We will have another one, should we say, next week?
Atom Radio. Playing the music you want to hear.
Live Monday to Friday, 6 until 10, atomradio.co.uk. Tune in, Radio Box, Streamer, Smart Speaker, and iTunes Radio. I would appreciate your company, and don't forget to subscribe.
Atom